Imagine you get admission to a school where everyone has strange superpowers, except you. This is exactly what happens in today's story. The story begins with a boy named Will, who is the son of two of the world's greatest superheroes, Jetstream and Commander. Since he is their son, everyone expects that he will also become a superhero in the future. Today is Will's first day at a special school for future superheroes. Before going to school, his father gets a call from the mayor. After that, Will's parents leave for an important mission. After they leave, Will and his childhood friend Layla turn on the TV. The news shows how Will's parents fight a giant robot and defeat it. Will's father, Commander, brings back the robot's head as a trophy. Will gets on the school bus and immediately everyone starts treating him like a star because of his famous parents. At first, the bus looks normal, but after a few moments, it jumps and transforms into a rocket. It flies towards sky high, a floating school for superheroes in the clouds. When they reach the school, all the new students are shocked. This is not a normal school. Every student has a special power. Some can shoot lasers from their eyes, some can freeze people, and some can even fly. But just like every school, Sky High also has bullies. Some of these bullies start taking money from new students. Suddenly, the student president, Gwen, arrives and saves them. The moment Will sees Gwen, his heart starts racing, and Layla feels jealous. On the first day, all new students must take a test. After this, students will be divided into two groups, superheroes to sidekicks. One by one, every student shows their powers, but when it is Will's turn, he has no choice but to tell the truth. He whispers to the teacher that he does not know his powers yet. The teacher does not believe him. He thinks, Will is the son of two powerful superheroes. How can he have no powers? So to test him, the teacher throws a car at Will. Poor Will quickly jumps to the ground and saves himself. Finally, the teacher believes him and puts him in the sidekick group. The sidekicks are students who do not have strong powers, but will help powerful superheroes in the future. Later, the school nurse tells Will that his powers might appear later, so there is nothing to worry about. However, there is also a small chance that he will never get powers. Just like the school bus driver, that evening, Will tries to tell his father the truth. Until now, he has been lying that he has powers like his parents. Before he can say anything, his father takes him to a secret lab where his parents keep their special weapons and trophies from battles. Seeing how proud his father is of being a strong superhero, Will does not have the courage to tell him the truth. After that, we see the robot's head, which Commander brings after the battle, has a hidden camera inside. Using this camera, two mysterious people watch Will and his father from far away. The next day, classes start in full swing at Sky High. Will slowly understands the school and begins to enjoy his time in the sidekick class. He makes good friends with the other sidekicks. One night, Will and his friends study together at his house. When his father, Commander, arrives home, all the kids get excited to see him. Commander still believes that Will is in the superhero class, but after seeing his friends, he immediately understands that they are all sidekicks. Commander says, "Son, there is nothing wrong with being in the sidekick gang, but at least introduce me to your superhero friends sometime." Will realizes he cannot hide the truth for long, so he finally gathers courage and tells his father that he is a sidekick. Hearing this, Commander gets shocked and furious. He shouts, "That teacher who took your test must hate me. That's why he put my son in the sidekick class. Don't worry, son. I will call your uncle. He will destroy the entire school." Commander angrily picks up his phone to call his brother, but his super strength crushes the phone. He tries again and again, but each time the phone breaks as soon as he presses a button. Finally, Will speaks up and tells his father the truth. "Dad, this is not the teacher's fault. The truth is, I have no superpowers, and I have been lying to you all this time." Hearing this, his father calms down and tells him not to worry. One day, you will definitely get your powers. The next day at school, some students bully the school bus driver. Will steps in and protects him. Because of his famous parents, no one dares to mess with him, but later during lunch, the bullies take revenge. They use their powers to push Will down. Because of this, his food spills on a boy named Warren. Warren's father is not a superhero. He is actually a supervillain. Commander is the one who sent Warren's father to jail, so Warren gets furious and starts throwing fireballs at Will. Will tries his best to escape. He ducks under tables like a prey, while Warren attacks like a hunter from above. Suddenly, all of Will's sidekick friends rush in to save him, even though it is dangerous. Seeing them support Will, Warren gets angrier and prepares to throw a huge fireball at them. At that moment, Will lifts a table and throws it away to protect them, and suddenly his power powers awaken. Now he is super strong. Warren stands up and tries to attack Will again, but this time Will quickly grabs a fire extinguisher and sprays it at Warren. The school principal arrives and catches both of them. When Will reaches home, his parents feel very happy after learning about his super strength. To celebrate, they give him an Xbox as a gift, but far away, the same mysterious people are still watching Will and his father through the robot's camera. The next day, Will is transferred from the sidekick class to the real superhero class. In his first class, he and Gwen must build a freezing gun together, but Will only knows how to punch things like his father, so Gwen does all the work and completes the project alone. During lunch, Will sits with his new superhero friends, but they do not allow him to sit with his old sidekick friends. Still, Will chooses to sit with them, which makes Layla very angry. To make her feel better, Will promises to take Layla to her favorite restaurant. He says, "Let's meet there this evening." Just then, Will hears that some bullies are locking his sidekick friends inside lockers. He rushes to save them and helps all of them escape. After that, they challenge the bullies to a game. The bullies say, "If Will and his team win, we will never bother the sidekick gang again." The game is simple. There is a dummy that is about to be destroyed by a machine. One team must save the dummy before time runs out. The other team must stop them from saving it. Will and Warren are on the same team. At first, Will struggles to do anything. Frustrated, he punches the ground with all his strength, making all the villains fall. Then he grabs one of the villains and ties him with a rope. Meanwhile, Warren is throwing fireballs at the remaining villains. Warren tells Will, "Go save the dummy." Suddenly, one of the opponents starts spinning very fast around Warren, making it hard for him to breathe. Seeing this, Will decides to save Warren first. He picks up Warren and throws him toward the dummy. Warren grabs the dummy just in time and saves it. Everyone cheers for Will. When Will reaches home, he finds Gwen already there. They all eat dinner together, and Gwen invites his parents to the homecoming party as special guests. Meanwhile, Will spends time with Gwen at his house, but Layla waits alone at the restaurant. After a long time, a waiter walks up to her. It is none other than Warren. They sit together, talk, and get to know each other. Before leaving, Warren invites Layla to the homecoming party. She says yes. At the bus stop, Will sees Layla. Layla is not angry anymore. Instead, she wants to ask Will to be her dance partner at the homecoming party. But before she can ask, Will tells Layla that he is going to the dance with Gwen. Poor Layla feels very hurt, but she pretends to be happy. She lies to Will and says, "I am going to the party with Warren." Later, during lunch, she directly goes to Warren and tells him, "We are going to the party together, okay?" Warren knows this is just to make Will jealous, but he agrees with a smile. That evening, Will throws a party at his house. At the party, he takes Gwen to a secret room where they kiss for the first time. But at the same time, someone steals a high-tech weapon from the secret room. Meanwhile, Layla arrives at the party by chance, but Gwen kicks her out. When Will finds out, he gets angry and breaks up with Gwen. He also leaves his superhero friends. Will calls and texts Layla many times to say sorry, but she never replies. He even waits for her at her favorite restaurant, but she does not come. On the night of the homecoming party, Will sits alone in the secret room. Before leaving for the party, his parents give him an old book. When Will opens the book, he sees a picture of a villain. The villain looks very familiar. Then he realizes that his father had defeated this villain before and taken their weapon. And now, that same weapon is stolen from his house. At the party, Gwen suddenly announces that she is the most powerful. She uses a special weapon to turn all superheroes into little kids. Her friends help her and lock all the superheroes in a room, but Warren and some sidekick friends hide in a pipe and escape. Will reaches the school and apologizes to all his friends. Then Warren and the sidekick gang fight the villains together. Meanwhile, Will goes after Gwen. Gwen captures Baby Commander, Will's father, who is now a little kid. She reveals her truth. "I was your parents' classmate, but during a fight, your father turned me into a little girl." Now she wants revenge. She plans to turn all superheroes into kids and raise them as villains to take over the world. To do this, she must destroy the school first, so no new superheroes are born. Just as Gwen is about to destroy everything, Will arrives. She throws him through several walls. Meanwhile, Layla finally reveals that she is extremely powerful. She defeats many villains easily. The sidekick gang also wins against the villains, but then they realize something terrible. Gwen has turned off the school's gravity system. Now the entire school starts falling from the sky. Everyone tries to fix the system. During the fight, Gwen throws Will out of the school. At that moment, he realizes something amazing. He can fly like his mother. He returns through a window and uses both his powers to defeat Gwen. Then he goes under the school and tries to stop it from falling. But the school is too heavy and he cannot hold it alone. At the last second, his sidekick friends restart the anti-gravity system. Slowly, the school stops falling and returns to its normal place. All the superheroes return to normal. They finally understand that without the help of the sidekicks, they are nothing. By this, the movie ends here. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like the video.